Hey, this was a little bit later. Dad, look at that photo. What do you remember what that was? The occasion?
Yes, this is where they kidnapped me.
Who did?
Greg and Paul.
And why did they kidnap you?
They were going to take me someplace.
Where?
Hold you for ransom.
That's right.
Do you know Evie would not even spend $1 to get you back?
So tell me, how did the
didn't
kidnap
work.
start? How did they start this?
You know, tell us, Greg. You
Well,
remember that.
Early New Year's Day, 1987, we had the plan to kidnap you and take you to Missouri to go to Jeff City and to visit all of the spots as well as Independence where you served, at least part of your mission.
Uh-huh.
And who's George? Who's the fellow that joined the church many years after you were there? Because you shot basketball with him.
Yeah, I know.
He was a year or two younger, and then 20 years later, he just was approached at the right time, remembered those good memories, joined the church, and then got a dialogue going with the family. George, can't think of George's last name. Can you?
I will.
Anyway, we have that. I have him in my Outlook. So, Paul helped arrange this, and Evie, because you knew nothing about it.
No,
So,
I
we had the tickets. We woke you up. I had that squirt gun that you did not appreciate. And then Paul would help take us to the airport. You didn't know where you were going. And then at the last minute, already prearranged with Evie, she had a bag packed for Paul that I hid in a certain part of the car where he wouldn't see it. So when we got to the airport, I told Paul that he was going with us. So the three of us ended up going to Kansas City, I think is where we landed, and then rented a car, did Independence for a while, and then spent a couple of days at George's house in Jeff City, and went to many of the places where you lived, apartments,
Yeah.
and shot many of the same pictures. You would stand in the same, place where you were standing before. And we went to the old drugstore that you used to go in and get a
That's right,
soda
That's right.
when I think Verlin was your companion then.
Uh-huh.
And so this is a picture of that morning just before we left to get in the car. Do you remember once we were on the plane? Because you still didn't know where we were going when we got on the plane.
I don't know when I found that out.
Well, it was the flight attendant because we had her announce along with, buckle up and giving them the instructions and all of that. She welcomed you aboard specifically and said that you were going back to your old mission field after 30 some odd years of not being there. So that's how you found out, is
Oh.
the stewardess told you that over the intercom.
We'll put some of the other photos about. You're not looking at them now, but I noticed them in there on the table. So
Yeah,
we'll have those. there.
Other missionary,
Yeah.
shots
Yeah.
that you have. That was a great time. We were
Yeah.
gone about 4 or 5 days.
Oh, I remember that. It was really fun.